In the opening scene, we see a TV host, Pat Novak, talking about using highly intelligent robots to secure most American cities without risking the lives of police officers. In the year 2028, all other countries have been using robots for security purposes. US-made machines are being used to provide security abroad. The machine patrols through the neighborhoods and scans for threats without interfering with people's daily activity. We now see a local extremist group getting ready with suicide vests to attack the machines and the filming crew. While interviewing, the patrol team is suddenly attacked with grenade launchers. Chaos takes place all over and we see the robots fighting back. One suicide bomber jumps on the big robot and blows it with him. Meanwhile, we see a boy who is reluctant to fight with the robots, despite his mother's warnings. He comes at the robot with a knife, and since he was armed he is neutralized. We are introduced to Raymond Seller, who is the man behind the creation of the machines, and on the other hand, Senator Hubert Dreyfus, whose bill is preventing the use of machines in the mainland US. At Detroit Police Headquarters, we see Detective Alex Murphy who pursuing Antoine Vallon, a local crime boss. Alex and his partner Jack pretend to buy guns and meet with a local supplier named Jerry. But the guns were super high-end, so Alex and Jack interrogate Jerry. Jerry told them that he works for Antoine Vallon, and the guns were stolen from the police department. Alex and Jack set up a meeting with Vallon, pretending to buy guns. They go to the meeting without any backup, because Alex believes that someone at the station is working for Vallon. But someone tipped them off and the whole deal goes wrong. Vallon's mercenaries surround the meetup place and start shooting at Alex and Jack. Jack covers Alex and they together take out all the bad guys. But while coming out, one of Vallon's men shoots Jack in the chest. During all the chaos, Antoine Vallon runs away from there. Alex wants to investigate Anton and identify the police officers working with him, but the chief of police prevents him from doing that. Meanwhile, at the Senate hearing, it is established that the machines from Raymond Seller do not have any kind of human emotion, and they will neutralize any threat without any discrimination, even if it is an armed child. Ray's company OmniCorp is losing market share because 75% of people don't want robots to patrol the cities. For the success of his product, Seller proposes to incorporate human emotion within the machines. OmniCorp has another branch where they have developed and are using mechanical parts for the rehabilitation of injured people. Seller meets with Chief Scientist Dan Norton to develop a machine that has human compassion and emotion. We now see two detectives from the Detroit Police Department meeting Vallon. They tell Vallon that Alex will not go under a payroll, so Vallon and the detectives decide to put a hit on Alex. One of Vallon's guys puts a device under Alex's car. Meanwhile, Seller's team tries to incorporate man within the machine. So they are looking for a perfect match to start the testing process. They examine wounded heroes from different fields and backgrounds for this purpose. We now see Alex coming home after a long day of work. Alex is blaming himself for not calling backup, and because of that, his partner Jack got injured. Later at night, Alex hears his car making a beeping noise, and when he goes to look near the car it explodes into pieces. Alex suffered 4th-degree burns on over 80% of his body, so he will be paralyzed. Since Alex was a hero cop, Dan Norton meets with Alex's wife to give him a machine body and combine his consciousness with computer AI. And since Alex's body is severely damaged, he had no other option, so his wife agreed to the combination procedure. 3 months have passed since we saw Alex and his wife Clara dancing at a party. We came back to Dan Norton's lab and see Alex in a machine body, and he is dreaming about dancing at the party. Norton wakes up Alex from his dream and Alex has no idea about the explosion and his injuries. Alex sees his machine body and thinks it's a suit. Norton tells him that it is his body, not a suit. Dr. Kim tells him about his amputation. Listening to this, Alex got agitated and attacks Norton. He then tries to escape from the lab. Den calls him back, but Alex wants to get out of the building. Dr. Norton ends up shutting him down to prevent his escape. Norton removes the machine parts from Alex's body and shows him the body parts that are him and not the machine. Alex is upset at first, but after thinking about his family, he continues to put the machine body on. Alex talks to his wife for the first time after coming back to life. Alex is now fed through mechanical tubes at Norton's lab. Now Norton wants to test Alex's capability on the field. Alex has one adversary, Rick. Rick was in charge of patrol robots, and he is against adding human emotion to the machine. They run different hostage rescue scenarios, and in almost every scenario, the machine performed better than Alex. Meanwhile, Alex goes online and finds out that no investigation is going on against Antoine Vallon due to a lack of evidence. Seller is not happy at Alex's performance compared to the robot. Norton explains that since Alex has the human part, he has all human emotions like fear, anger, etc., which makes him more human-like than the machine. Raymond orders Den to make Alex more like the robots. With surgery, Norton alters how Alex's brain communicates with the machine AI. Raymond's team develops a new combat mode for Alex's bodysuit, and Seller tells them to make him more tactical looking. They give Alex a new bodysuit and take him to OmniCorp testing facility to assess his performance against robots from Rick's team. Alex is going against the robots and Rick in a 1 versus all type match, and if Alex is the last man standing, he will be ready for law enforcement duty. Alex goes head to head with all the robots and destroys all of them, and at last, he gives an electric shock to Rick and marks his victory. Alex goes to his house to meet his wife and son for the first time after the incident. Alex meets with his partner Jack and they revise their plan to take down Antoine Vallon. Now we see a lot of people gathering to see Alex Murphy aka the RoboCop for the first time. Meanwhile, at the lab, Norton uploads all Detroit police databases to Alex's AI brain so that he can have instant access to criminal records to identify any and all criminals in the vicinity. During the upload, Alex got super agitated after looking at his own crime scene, where he got injured. Alex became unstable and they had to shut him down. The boss orders Norton to find a solution, and in order to do that, Norton lowers the level of dopamine and noradrenaline, which causes Alex to not feel any emotion and he becomes more robot than human. While coming to meet the press, Alex's son calls him, but he does not respond and behaves like a robot. At the event he scans everyone, and while accessing the criminal database he finds one criminal and apprehends him. Alex goes to his station and takes 13 cases to arrest or eliminate targets. He continues to behave like a robot and goes to locate the targets. People in the street are now cheering for the RoboCop. Alex gets the location of the target from a low-level drug dealer. He goes to the target location and everyone is scared of him. Alex fights his way through the building. The target tries to throw a grenade at Alex, but Alex neutralizes him before he could do anything. RoboCop is now fighting crime every day and people call him a local hero. Meanwhile, Antoine Vallon goes into hiding and he doubles his security since he is under the radar of RoboCop. Alex now has the mission to take down Vallon and bring justice to him and his family. Alex's wife Clara suspects that something's wrong with him. She confronts him and talks about his son, which triggers an emotional response from Alex's brain. Alex is now accessing the database to investigate his own case. Alex goes to his house and analyzes his own crime scene. He realizes that something was done to him to get rid of that memory, and now his human part of the brain regains control over the AI brain. Alex accesses information on all criminals connected with Vallon and interrogates them one after one. Meanwhile, someone from the police station tipped Vallon that Alex is coming after him. They barricade the place and get ready with 50 caliber rifles. Alex identifies the location of Vallon and arrives there. He smashes through all the defense barricades placed by Vallon and neutralizes most of the targets. Since the criminal is using higher caliber bullets, it starts to damage Alex's bodysuit. At one moment Alex falls down due to damage, but he pulls through and eliminates all targets. In one of the guns, Alex finds prints of the police officers that are connected with Antoine Vallon. After finding this, Alex goes to arrest them with his partner. Alex shows evidence that the two detectives are working with Vallon and are responsible for the attack on him. They try to shoot Alex, but he neutralizes them. One of them confesses that the police chief was behind the disappearance of guns from evidence, and it ultimately led to the attack on Alex. He goes to arrest the chief and confronts her to confess her crime. But Rick from the lab shuts Alex down remotely. After that incident, OmniCorp said to everyone that Alex is in critical condition, but in reality, he is fine. Alex's wife Clara goes to the press and demands to see Alex. In order to win the Senate vote and pass the bill to incorporate robots to patrol American cities, Raymond Seller suggested eliminating Alex. Because if Alex ever finds out about the immoral things done to him, he could go to the press and expose OmniCorp. Seller orders Dr. Norton to eliminate Alex. Norton agrees, but he is not comfortable with the decision. He tells his assistant Dr. Kim to look after Alex. Meanwhile, the US Senate passed the bill to use robots for law enforcement. Now OmniCorp has no use for Alex. Rick sends his team to terminate Alex. Seller pretends to meet with Alex's wife and son to discuss Alex's condition, but in reality, he kidnaps them. He tells them that Alex has suffered a seizure, and they had to remove his life support. Meanwhile, Kim and Norton prevent Rick's team from killing Alex. They wake up Alex and remove the transmitter so that he cannot be shut down remotely. Alex wakes up and eliminates the threats. After knowing that Seller tried to kill him, Alex gets very angry. He rides his bike and goes to take Seller down and free his family. Seller finds out about this and tries to escape by helicopter. Meanwhile, Norton goes to the police station and asks Alex's partner Jack's help. Jack and his SWAT team go to help Alex take down Seller. Alex arrives at the OmniCorp building, in which is filled with robots and security personnel. Alex breaks into the building and fights with the big robots. He is taking heavy damage from the bullets, but he is fighting back. Jack's team arrives at the OmniCorp building. Alex is pinned down, and other big robots are approaching. Alex frees himself by shooting at his own hand, but he is still under heavy fire. Jack's team breaks into the building and smashes one robot. Jack goes in front of the robot since it doesn't shoot unarmed people. Jack tells Alex to run from there. Alex comes across Rick, but Rick is marked as a red asset, and because of that Alex's AI system won't let him shoot Rick. Rick shoots Alex from behind, and he is about to execute Alex, but Jack comes there and saves Alex. Alex goes to stop Seller and prevents his helicopter from landing. Raymond Seller is also marked as a red asset, so he also cannot be shot or arrested by Alex. If Alex tries to shoot Seller, then Alex's system will automatically shut down. Alex tries to arrest Seller for the attempted murder of a police officer, but Seller is about to shoot him. Alex and Raymond Seller both shoot each other at the same time and Alex's system shuts down. Later we see, Alex's human parts are revived by Dr. Norton, and he is given back his original bodysuit. After a long time, Alex's family meets the real Alex. Dr. Norton admits that immoral things are done to Alex, by the order of OmniCorp CEO Raymond Seller.